All right, good evening, everybody. This is Ben Gardner from the Local Music Guild and OrlandoBands.com. Hey, guys, we're joining you on a Thursday night, which normally is kind of unusual for us. We usually come in at you for Sundays, but we're trying something a little bit different here, so we appreciate you guys tuning in and checking us out. We've got a little bit of a show tonight planned for you. We've got a musical guest in the studio here at the OrlandoBands.com studio located in Central Florida. A wonderful place if you're looking for a room to rehearse in with your band, or if you're looking for recording or tracking or video work or photography or one of the other million things we do. So keep us in mind for that. You can call in and reach us here at the studio and to reserve time and all that kind of stuff. So we've also got with us here today, we got Mr. Cody Williams, our wonderful co-host, Mr. Cody. How's it going there, Cody?
Oh, it's going pretty well. How are you today, Ben?
I'm doing okay, buddy. Glad you could join us. And our wonderful musical guest, Mr. Markavelli, is here with us.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And going to plan on performing a song for us tonight. So
just a little bit.
That's going to be cool. We're going to talk more about what you have going on with your album and an upcoming show that's being in the works, that's being produced as well, too. So lots to talk about there. So stick around, guys. We got lots of wonderful things to cover. In the meantime, I did want to let everybody know about we've got some things happening on the OrlandoBands.com side of things. We've got some festivals coming up, including the Hurricane Party again for this year, as we do it every year with the West End Trading Company out in Sanford, and it's always a blast. But so we had a big meeting on that, so it's looking like it's going to be a very exciting festival for this year, and there's a lot of growth with it. So that's something to keep your eye on. And also, Sanford Music Festival is coming again this year. So it got skipped last year. The place that we did, everybody is asking about that. The land that we were doing it on had gotten a new owner, and so unfortunately we couldn't do it last year. So we're doing it this year. We're actually going to be doing it out in Sanford with a street closure. So it's going to be bigger and better than ever. So lots of things coming along for this year as far as festivals and all that kind of stuff goes. So yeah. All right, guys. So beyond that, I wanted to kind of let everybody know a little bit too about what we're doing. We keep getting a lot of emails and questions as far as what are these live streams, and
Ben, what are we doing here? What's going on here?
Yeah, what is all this? So it's really, obviously we're in our infancy a lot with what we're doing here. We're just testing the waters a lot because we have some big plans that Cody and I have been working on, and our team is growing as well too. We've got a few others that are going to be joining us to build out this local music guild program, and we're going to be featuring a new website soon as well too. And then on top of that, we're going to be offering more and more services to the community, the local music community as well too. But the live streams are going to be kind of narrowed down to workshops and seminars and things like that. So, keep an eye out for it. And then we're also going to be introducing a really cool community-based, fan-based financial Patreon system of sorts. So that'll help with raising programs and different functions and things like that we're going to be offering through the local music guild to the community as well too. So keep an eye open for all of that too. We'll have more updates. And if you guys are interested in getting more involved or being on the show, just let us know. You can shoot us an email, info@localmusicguild.com, or you can always reach out to the OrlandoBands.com channels as well too. So so beyond that, let's get into Mr. Markavelli.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man, glad you could make it in tonight and join us here.
Me, man, for real.
Yes, no problem, man. So you are a faith-based hip-hop artist.
Yes, sir.
And you've been doing that for a while now, right?
Almost 2 years.
Wow,
Yes.
right on. And even before that,
Before that, I did secular music a long time ago. It'd probably be a good 8-9 years ago.
Okay.
Music has always been my passion. I started out. I was in chorus since middle school. Always sang.
Yeah.
Always did music in church. I learned how to play the guitar when I was 13, 14, and started writing songs, and then wrote poetry, and then it just kind of moved into starting making produced music when I was about 24 years old. My song was actually played on Exos 106.7 at one point, and then
oh, great, yeah.
And as it was going and getting really good, life happened. I fell off my passion, unfortunately, and now I'm back at it. I'm a little older, a little wiser, and I'm trying to just be about a purpose this time more so than just music. Music's always been kind of therapy for me.
Yeah,
Talk about my
sure.
life and what I've been through. But now I'm doing it so I can share my story. They'll share my story not only just to share the story, but to hopefully inspire or maybe keep someone from making the same mistakes that I made over my life.
Gotcha,
So,
gotcha. And you're based out of the Central Florida area
Yes,
here.
sir.
And are you performing outside of this area at all, or are you just kind of
I've
staying?
performed all my performances and everything that we've done have been with local churches from the Eustis area, One Fire Church. John Tompkins is a pastor there. We've done some Christian hip hop showcases there, and I've performed at about 4 or 5 local churches and events around Orlando, but basically the Orlando area.
Yeah,
and out by Eustis so far.
So, as a faith-based artist, and performing in churches and things like that, I got to ask you too, because I know there's circuits and things like that build up for it, and there's promoters that are kind of running those circuits and stuff too. Have you been involved in anything like that, or has it just been kind of like an invite kind of thing from one church to another?
Well,
or is it...
mine is kind of a journey, because I actually didn't try to start out being a faith-based artist.
Yeah,
I tried to start out making one faith-based song because I wanted to do my song about God, because I believe He opened the doors for it to happen.
Gotcha,
I randomly ran into a guy that was a real positive individual, and then through 3 or 4 of other positive individuals, I decided, you know what, I'm going to book the studio, see who comes. They all showed up. We did a song together, released it on Easter, and it did really well.
Gotcha.
From there, it just became, okay, now I did one song with him, or one with her, or one with him, and we're all friends. There's about 5 or 6 of us.
Yeah.
I support local music, not just faith music, but that's personally what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
So it kind of turned into me being a faith-based artist because God kept opening the doors, and that's where it went. And so I'm just kind of going where I've been led. So that's kind of what's transpired so far.
Yeah.
It started out with one song, and now I'm about up to 9 or 10 songs, and so that's kind of where we're at right now.
Is there a church that you're going to now that you suggest, that you recommend to anybody who's kind of looking for that?
I actually have a home church that I go to that for my family, which my son goes to. They have a very good children's program. That is Starlight Baptist Church in Castleberry. They have an amazing children's program if you're a family kind of person.
Yeah.
There's so many churches in Orlando. My recommendation would be to go to Z8.3, which is a Christian station. They have a church directory, because everyone has different needs.
Yeah,
but there's
certainly.
Orlando is one place where no matter what your needs are, but as far as where I personally, as I love, as far as the church, is One Fire Church in Eustis. It's one of the realest, most it's non-judgmental. You come as you are.
Yeah, sure.
And you're accepted no matter what walk of life you come from.
Even Cody could walk in there.
Hey,
maybe.
Come as you are.
Might burst into flames, but
Yeah.
won't find out until we get there.
Well, we'll carry a fire extinguisher just to be safe. That beard's got a lot of flammability going on there.
It's a common misperception. Church is not a place. It's just when you're together and praising God and helping one another.
Yeah,
positive
man.
things.
I totally agree with you. I think it's good to have a place like that where you get out of the 40-hour work week and everybody can be the same like-minded, positive environment and
yes, sir.
And everybody nobody ever makes anything happen on their own, especially this day and age. You need support and you need help. So that's great, man. I appreciate that. So let's talk about your music. So what were some of the influences? How did you get started, performing, and what kind of led you into that direction earlier on?
Basically, we recorded the first song, and then after we recorded the first song, I went to a Christian hip-hop open mic night, and when I saw that, I was like, I want to be involved in this somehow.
Yeah.
So I went kind of a little extra, but I went on that Facebook page. I found every single artist, added them on Facebook, messaged them, and said, I want to put something together like this. Because it happened once at this church. It was a Divine Christian Truth Center in Castleberry, and it was supposed to happen again. Well, for whatever reason, it didn't happen again, so I wanted to put something together like that.
Yeah.
And through that, I met all these contacts.
Gotcha.
Through the community, because it's actually a Christian hip hop community in Orlando.
Yes, sir. It's actually a pretty large,
very strong and very large and very
it bleeds into that whole
very amazing
soul and R&B side of things too. Because it really is a big community for that.
There's a place called Lighthouse Community Church in Altamont Springs, right past I-4 on 436. Once a month, they have what's called the Verb, THEVER be. You can look it up on Facebook, but it's an event where it's on usually on Friday or Saturday nights, and it's all family friendly, but it's a hip hop event.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
You walk in there, you're gonna praise God, but you're gonna be having fun.
Yeah.
We call it a Holy Ghost party, man.
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Break out
And
the
it's-
mosh pit.
But they have music from spoken word poetry
Yeah.
to hip hop to gospel
Oh, that's great.
to singing with guitars, like open mic night kind of stuff. But it's a real just positive vibe and just
Cool. And they've got a
everything.
pretty good turnout for that.
Oh
it sounds
yeah,
like.
it's
huh?
great. It's growing. And they usually
Cool.
they usually have an open mic night for an hour, and then after that they'll usually have a featured artist for
okay.
or one or two for an hour.
And what nights are they doing that over there? Do you
It
do you know?
changes.
Okay.
I believe they just had an event last weekend on last Saturday with Dayton, which is a pretty large following of a Christian hip hop artist, Datin. But I always just try to plug other people's stuff and support others. So
Right on, man. That's great. That's great. So, you got this. It's a showcase that you're trying to put together here. It's a hip hop. It's got a clean, positive message, and it's not limited to just faith-based artists. It's also you're taking on secular artists. And
Yes.
You're taking on as long as it's not as long
Yep.
as it's not a vulgar
Yeah.
music and a clean
lyrics have to
subject
be
matter
clean
all
and a
that.
positive message
Yeah.
are the only requirements. There are going to be a lot of faith-based artists involved, but
Yeah.
I also am open. I want to join both communities together to do something to raise money for charity, which is the local. It's called the Christian Sharing Center in Castleberry.
Okay.
I'm in talks with them, and the details are still being worked out. But I'm looking for artists that want to be involved. I need people to help organize. All of the money and proceeds, besides covering the cost of the event, are going to be somehow going towards the charity. So it's not a money making kind of thing. It's just to make a change and make a positive impact in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. What charity was it again?
The Christian Sharing Center
Okay, gotcha.
in Castleberry.
Okay, and what all do they have going on over there?
They do quite a bit. They actually have a thrift shop that they run that raises money. They help people get employment services.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Help people get jobs. They around Christmas time, through donations and everything, they get Christmas presents for less fortunate children that people don't have enough money to provide their children at Christmas.
Yeah,
So there'll
gotcha.
be a limit of so many presents they can go, and they have different events and stuff. You can go on their Facebook page to see what all they have.
Okay, sure,
But
sure.
they do a lot for the community and really are out there and doing a lot.
Gotcha. So you don't have a venue yet to facilitate.
No, we're
so we're
looking
still
for
looking
one.
for a venue on it. So
Yes.
any guys out there in the venue world, hit up Markavelli if you've got a room that would work for this fundraiser, and that'd be fantastic. So, and I know you've got some. I know you talked about a couple of rooms with me earlier that you had that were potential and stuff. You're just kind of feeling them out and
Yep,
finding out what's
exactly.
going to be the right,
It's in the
right
planning
fit for
process.
it. Yeah, because it's something like that, especially with a lot of faith-based artists stuff. A damp dark bar doesn't really
Yeah.
doesn't really suit the
It's not Johnny
suit the
Cash.
needs. Yeah,
Cigarette smoke to the ceiling. It's
Yeah.
probably not a good spot for. And then we're going to try to make it family friendly at
Certainly.
the same time, so
Certainly.
that they can uplift the youth. So.
Absolutely, man. So beyond that, the event to me sounds like it's going to be a big win. So, and you got our support on it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So you're open to collaborations, and I know you've done a lot of collaborating with a lot of artists, including a song with EDI Mean from Tupac.
No,
right?
I'm working on
So,
something.
working on that one.
That is not in the. It's
Hasn't
in the
happened
works.
yet. Okay.
If that happens, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah,
in
yeah.
the works in negotiations.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
If that happens, I grew up on not good music, which I don't want to call not good music, but
Well, yeah.
not faith music.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
actually named myself Markavelli. People think it's after Tupac. It's not.
Gotcha.
He led me after his music led me to books, and when I read books, I read Niccolo Machiavelli, which is the father of political science.
Ah, okay.
And
Yeah, yeah.
people read that at the Pentagon. Well, I read his book, found out my birthday is the same day as Niccolo Machiavelli. That's why I'm Markavelli. Not because I'm trying to be Tupac, because I can never fill those shoes
Right
as
on.
a rapper or anything. So just make that
It's
clear.
a direct
That's
inspirational
it.
branding.
That's it. It was
is
kind of
what
my.
that
It
is.
was
Yes.
one of my signs.
Yeah,
so that's
man.
kind of what it was.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
so-
awesome. But you have collaborated with. I know you're working. You have a new music video out with Jai Milton.
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit more about that. I did see it on YouTube and everything. It's a great video.
Yeah.
And
It was actually pretty amazing because I didn't have the money or resources to be able to put a music video together.
Yeah.
And I actually had prayed about it, and I was really getting just very burnt out with the music. Doing it all yourself, it's a lot. And
It is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
A woman named Danielle Speaks. She does music, but she does videos. She randomly hit me. I don't believe random. I believe in things being led to you. Anyway,
Sure.
she messaged me and said, "Do you have any songs you want to do videos for?" Literally a few days after I prayed, I was like, "What are the chances of this?" Anyway, she drove all the way.
I have 15 of them.
She drove all the way from Tampa to
Wow.
record my
That's great.
music for. I won't talk about how much it barely covered her gas.
Yeah.
She was that amazing, and it was just it all came together. I tried putting together an event together, and then the recording studio that I do my music at, 1011 Studios, with Edward Bell. He's one of the owners.
Okay.
He allowed us to have a location there. And I thought it was just going to be, okay, I'm walking and singing the music like any other boring music video. But she actually made it kind of cinematic.
Yeah.
And it was pretty amazing from what we had to what transpired. So it was really pretty awesome. We're just real thankful. It's got 5,000 views on YouTube or Facebook with no promotions.
Yeah, and still growing.
Yeah.
man.
I don't personally promote a lot through YouTube. I'm still a little not tech savvy, so I'm learning how to do all that. But it's doing really well. I've got a lot of really positive feedback.
Yeah, those video engines, I know even like with Facebook, which we stream to and stuff,
Yeah.
it's a constant changing world and
Algorithm
environment.
changes.
And yeah, so you never know what's going to go viral and take off, and you never know what's going to...
Once you have the content, then you can figure that out.
Exactly.
You got to create content. Kinda
Yeah.
at where I'm at right now.
Yeah, man. Well, that's fantastic. And then also working with Sky Graham.
Yes, sir.
On a collaboration for Who Am I, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about that.
That's basically a song as someone who has I've had not the best past in my had some trouble with the law.
All the juicy stuff.
Hey, let's talk about it. I've had some trouble with the law. I've had issues with anxiety and depression over my youth and my life. And when I was basically through God, I've overcome a lot of that stuff. Do I still have my struggles? Of course, but I'm trying to be a better person. But the song is basically in the Bible. We're called sons and daughters of God. Now that's a heck of a title.
Yeah.
And so my thought is, you have to believe what it says. If you're gonna say you're a believer, you got to believe it. So the song is, "Who am I?"
Yeah.
And the chorus is basically, "Who am I that you love me? Who am I that your son died for me? Who am I? Now I truly see I'm a child of God because you love me."
Yeah.
But and then through the song, I talk about my past and everything. And you kind of, because as you go through this walk and you go through life, good things and bad things happen. But you question, who am I that any of these good things are happening to me? I can't these blessings are coming and I don't deserve them. But
Yeah, sure.
That's kind of just what the subject title of the song is. And Sky Graham has provided the beat for that, which is amazing. And he is going to be doing a verse on the song.
Okay,
So
cool.
It's pretty awesome.
So, are you guys recording that at the same studio? Or
No,
is that,
he's actually not in the same state as me.
Oh,
And
okay.
He's
I
more
didn't know-
established
I didn't
than
know
I
that.
am. I'm kind of independent and on my own.
Yeah, I just
He's
figured maybe he was
independent.
based somewhere
He's-
in this area, but
yeah,
no.
he's independent and growing.
Yeah.
And his music is A1, everything.
Wow,
I just
cool.
really love it. He's inspired me, so I'm just thankful that he's willing to collaborate with someone maybe not on the same level as he is, but he's a very humble guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's kind of.
So what was the collaboration process for that like? If being remote,
everything kind of worked through a lot of it online because I follow a lot. I've been in Facebook groups with like Christian hip hop artists and people that are trying to make their music up. But I actually don't just put my stuff in there and not look.
Yeah.
I actually look at some of the music. Well, I think I found one of his videos on my friend's page or the group page, and then I added him as a friend. I started watching. He posts his videos and real positive posts, and then I ended up talking with him as a friend. And then reached out to him and just asked, would you be willing to collaborate? And
Gotcha.
He
Yeah.
said yes. So
hey, that works out pretty good then.
yeah. Hey,
royalty free. I'll take it.
You never know how things work.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So, talking more about the shows and your music and all that kind of stuff, I know the show it's going to be charity based there, and you're working with the charity and
Yes.
and all that stuff. So, what's the story behind getting what led you into that realm and to really wanting to? I know you kind of got a little bit of a bumpy past and things
Yeah.
like that, but it sounds like this transformation,
Yeah.
really pursuing this for the last 2 years. What would you really say attributed to making those steps happen for you?
I basically have always had a heart for those who struggle in poverty, and I didn't grow up dirt poor, but we grew up struggling.
Yeah,
And
sure.
My father started his own business and worked his way up and risked everything he had to try to build a business up. And we got out of where we were and progressed in life. But he had a father to teach him a trade. He had a lot of things that a lot of people don't have. And I just think there should be more help for things like that. So through my music, I want to bring awareness to poverty and do whatever I can. So if it's helping with a charity that actually makes a difference in someone's life, or if you help someone get a job, if you have a job and you don't like your job, you realize the life that you're complaining about someone's dreaming of. Because there's people out here that can't get a job. You know, thank God we live in Orlando where there is a lot of employment, but it's a struggle for a lot of people that are uneducated. They can barely pay their bills.
Or in this area, language barrier. You might have a degree in
There's so many barriers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as one person just doing what I can do, you know, that's why my idea to do through the music and the contacts, once I do this event, my main idea is called the Orlando Poverty Project. And I haven't coined that name and legally have it yet. That's my idea.
Yeah.
But to do a mixtape, even if that doesn't end up being the name, through Orlando artists, about the subject line being poverty and the struggles, and raising money through that way too.
Yeah.
But everything for me is not about the money, making money and doing that. It's about trying to make some kind of change or trying to help somebody. You know, because no matter, I know it's just Martin Luther King Day, but I was watching some of the videos he had. But he even said, no matter who you are or where you're at, somebody helped you get there.
That's right.
We were just talking about that earlier today.
Yeah, Cody and I were just saying the same thing. I said, "Man, I didn't get nowhere, you know, on my own." I said, "If you made a pile of and stacked it up of all the different things that you know that I have in my life, very little of those accomplishments have anything to do with you know just me doing it alone. You know, that just doesn't work that way." So,
Martin Luther King has a quote. I think he says. One of the mistakes that a lot of people make that are in higher positions or the super elite or whatever you want to say, we're going to go there, is that they forget that their wealth is a result of the commonwealth.
That's right. Yeah,
you have a company with 1,000 employees, and we're not going to get into politics and all that, but you are blessing them by creating jobs. They are blessing you by doing the work.
Right.
So it's a relationship.
Absolutely.
You know, so I thought that's kind of cool you brought that up.
Yeah, man, that's the right on, and people do lose sight, unfortunately. So.
This is true.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick break. We're going to play a video here it's only going to take a minute, so if you're tuned in, don't go anywhere. And then when we come back, we're going to have a live performance from Markavelli with his song Awesome God. So stick around for that, guys. We appreciate you guys tuning in and all the support and everything. So stick around, and we'll be right back with a live performance.
Well, here's a reminder. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Well, my God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. My God is an awesome God. Yeah, my God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. My God is an awesome God. Well, Lord God, He is an awesome God. He reigns. He took away my pain. He took my chains. He took my shame.
and gave me a new name. And I'm never ever gonna be the same. When I was in jail and I thought no one would ever love me, he picked me up and said, son, I love you, then he hugged me. The devil thought that I was defeated, but with the love of Jesus, now no one can beat me. If he did it for me, then he can do it for you. Cause you can do whatever it is you put your mind to. All things are possible through his son. My God, he is so awesome. My God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. My God is an awesome God. Oh, my God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. My God is an awesome God. Jeremiah 29:11. This is a verse that was sent from heaven. Don't settle for any less than the promise of God's best. If you seek him, you will find him. Check the words, I ain't lying. He created you with a purpose, you're a part of his plan. He sent his son to die, he came back, he's coming again. It's amazing that we can call him as our friend, our Savior, the King of Kings. On his word I stand. After all, he created the earth, the moon, and the stars. I had to tell him, well, they forgot how awesome you are. How awesome my God is. How awesome my God is. I did my job, Lord, I got him singing to this. My God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. My God is an awesome God. Yes, my God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. My God is an awesome God. Yes, my God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. My God is an awesome God. You're my God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. My God is an awesome God.
He's awesome. And we are back. Hey, yeah. All right, once again, that was Markavelli, yeah, with Awesome God. So,
thank you, sir.
Well done, man. So yeah, that was a awesome. We appreciate you coming in and performing for us.
Thanks so much for having me and the opportunity, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Where did the inspiration for? I mean, obviously it's a cover song.
Yeah, it's a worship song that I used to listen
man.
to when I was in middle school and high school and in youth group. And it came back to me, and I was like, you know what? I gotta do some kind of hip hop song with this.
Yeah, man, that's cool.
So,
that's cool.
The chorus is always in your head, and it's never a bad time when you put the words "awesome God" in someone's head.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't care
man.
what your I don't personally tell people how to live their life or how to believe. I have my beliefs, and I'll share them with you. But you know what? He is awesome, and those words will stick in your head, and it just plants a seed. So he's got to water it. But it's just that's where the ideas for the song came from.
Well, it was a good mix. Yeah, it was a good mix, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I dig
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
And a good song's a good song no matter what it is.
true.
I'm not faith-based myself, but like I said earlier, I got that song stuck in my head.
There
You
you
played
go.
it once, and an hour later, I
There you
couldn't
go.
stop thinking of
There
it.
you go.
The
Thank you.
seed has been
Appreciate it.
planted in Cody. Oh no.
Yeah.
All right, well, cool, man. Well, once again, we appreciate you coming in so much, man, and being part of the show with us here, and you know, sharing everything you have coming up. You know, we're looking forward to seeing the hip hop show grow. And
Thanks so much for all the information and support.
Yeah, man.
Help me. Anything I can do to help you guys also share your stuff. I'm definitely gonna do that too.
Hey, we greatly appreciate it, and you know, call out to any artists that are looking to perform. You know,
Okay.
on a positive note. You know, for a positive event. You know,
Yeah.
Markavelli's got one coming up, so hit him up. And again, you know, we got your Facebook page there up on the screen. So
Okay.
Facebook.com. Facebook.com, Markavelli The Artist. So you can check him out there and find links to the videos that he's got
Yes, sir.
coming out and all the wonderful things that are happening. And yeah, man, well, we greatly appreciate it. And Cody, always good to have you in here and having your help. We appreciate everything you do for the local
Technical
music
wizard
here.
right here.
Yeah, helping us out big time. So, on behalf of myself, I'm Ben Gardner. Yeah, appreciate you guys coming in and being part of the live stream. Keep an eye on the local music guild calendar. We're going to have a lot more things happening. I know we don't have anything planned right after this, but in this next week, we're going to be putting together some more events for you guys. We've just put in a larger internet line in here, so that means we're going to be able to take calls and Google Hangouts and live stream conversations on Skype and things like that. So, now the possibilities are endless. So, we appreciate all you guys' support, and we'll be back with another episode here at some point shortly, soon. And in the meantime, you can always visit us at orlandobands.com as well, too. So thanks so much, everybody. We appreciate it.